We've all tried using online classifieds and had the same problem. Too many great deals. You can't pick just one. Now, there's a better way. I'm Market Mike, and I've dedicated my whole life to finding you the best deals. But I was always held back by traditional infomercial studios. But now, thanks to breakthroughs in technology and AI, I'm able to sift through all the gems and even get out into the world and bring the deals right to the people. Now I'm able to bring you all the unbelievable value that online classifieds have to offer. I'm Market Mike, and these are your hot deals. Welcome to Hot Deals. As always, I'm your host, Market Mike, and I'm ready to bring you the best of the online classifieds you know and love. Folks, we've got some great feature deals this week, but first, we're starting off with rapid fire sales. This time we're taking it to Assiniboine Park, and folks, I'm bringing some of the hottest deals to hit the park since free admission days at the zoo. Let's check it out. Here in Assiniboine Park with Ben. Ben, what's your experience with online deals and marketplaces?
I'm on it pretty often. I actually just sold the couch the other day.
Okay, how much did you ask and how much did you get?
I asked $200. I needed to get rid of it, so I said, if you come pick it up today, $150.
Well, that's a win-win. That's good for everybody. Ezzy, what's your experience with local online marketplace ads?
So I've been selling on Marketplace for over 10 years. Started with iPod Touches.
Wow.
Hard to sell those nowadays. But I'll sell anything. Anything I can take from my parents' house that they don't notice.
Those are infinite profit markups when you get them for free. That's a great deal. Starting off with
Stumps for sale. Multitude of uses.
important to specify multitude of uses, okay? Because the seller lets you know these could be used as seating, side tables, table bases. Let your imagination guide you.
Wow.
Many stumps, that's a buy.
That's a hard buy.
That's a hard buy.
You didn't even read the description. You just saw stumps for sale, multitude. You're in.
Yeah, that's about 10 stumps, about $250 a stump. That's got to be worth it.
Price per stump can't get any better. This person is maybe, you think, overselling the unlimited potential of stumps.
I think he's sitting on a gold mine, but doesn't know how to market it properly.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so you know what? I'll put you down for a soft maybe.
Hard maybe.
Hard maybe.
Well, first, I wouldn't want to go to their house to pick it up.
Okay, so your imagination is going another way.
Yeah, we don't know, what kind of person we're dealing with here.
Right.
If they could drop it off, maybe even throw $30 at them.
Okay, yeah.
$5 delivery.
Hey, we like that. Yeah, we don't know anything about this person aside from they have an axe and a chainsaw. Next deal.
Alien book and Hiroshima book. Well, I love Alien. That's one of my favorite movies.
How do you feel about Hiroshima?
That's tough. That's tough. They just want to talk. I think this person needs friends.
Yeah, well, obviously they're a fan of not just the 1979 sci-fi hit Alien, but also the 1945 tragedy that was Hiroshima.
Right. Yeah, you have to be a very special person to,
Unique interest.
Maybe Alien, I'll pass on the Hiroshima.
You know, this is a great way just to advertise to the world that you like both these things, because you fan these out on the coffee table, people come over, they say, whoa, Ben's got a lot of interests.
I can fool people into thinking I read, yeah.
All right, event tent rental business for sale. So you rent, okay.
It's a $25,000 buy-in.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah.
Is that cash?
I mean, is this the size of a tent on the side of the river, or is it like a wedding-sized tent?
A great question. I believe he's mostly wedding-sized tents, but as you point out, the tent market is booming right now, right?
Oh, people need tents.
People need tents. People might be, crowdsourcing and saving up and renting a big wedding tent to live in. That could be a potential stream of income for you.
I mean, that's my future plans.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'll go halvesies. I'll let you know the seller reposted this a week later, and just read that first sentence for me.
Has your wife ever made you sell a business because it was too successful?
I think it's multi-purpose, because not only are you renting an event tent rental business, but let's say you hate your spouse and you just want them out of your life.
Well, I do hate my spouse.
Well, then you buy the tent business, she's out of there.
That's a buy.
That's a buy. Okay, we love this.
Now, what are we looking at here? We got a vintage McDonald's booth for $200. That's hard to come by.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. It's a corner booth.
How many kids have in that corner booth over the years?
Great question. Look, I'm a salesman. I'm not a numbers guy. I don't really know. I'm not a guy. I can't answer that question.
Do we know if Ronald has sat in it?
Great question. We don't know that. A corner booth.
That's prime real estate. That's a buy.
That's a hard buy. Ezzy, thank you so much for taking time. Do you have any closing words of wisdom or advice for people who are buying or selling online?
Don't get scammed. There's a lot of shady people out there. And
Always check for bed bugs.
Very well said. Thank you very much, Ben. Wow, Those are some of our best buyers yet. I think we went 7 for 8 on sales. Would have been 8 for 8 if Rob hadn't been so focused on. But enough of that. Let's move on to our first feature deal with antique personal letters. Some of you might be thinking, how did this guy get so many letters? Well, there's no time to ask questions when the deals are this hot, okay? These letters aren't gonna stick around because this isn't just general correspondence. These are authentic, original letters from wars, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking the Korean War. We're talking the Vietnam War, World War II, all right? Stolen valor, more like stolen value. Am I right, folks? We're talking handwritten German letters. Those would be a shame to not see. This seller's thrown in 1920s love letters. Folks, this is bonus value, okay? This makes it a steal of a deal because let's say you don't even care about history, but you do care about your lover and you'd like to write something nice to them, but you don't have a way with words. Folks, I'm just like you. I've been called out for trying to steal dialogue from a movie. That will never happen if you plagiarize from these love letters because these authors are all long gone thanks to the passage of time. You cannot get called out for stealing their words. It's an unbelievable deal. And at the end of the day, just an unbelievable thrill that comes with opening all these letters, because we've all opened trading card packs, right? We all know the thrill of looking for that rare card. Well, folks, who needs a 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie card when you could find out where someone hid their 1945 family fortune from opening one of these letters? I think that's a pretty good deal, don't you? All right, let's get on to that next deal. This is a one-of-a-kind handmade sweater. Seller lets you know it's been sitting in a closet for 40 years. Just the right amount of years to age a sweater, okay? A lot of people don't know that. A sweater is like a whiskey. You want to let it age, you want to let it breathe. 40 years, we're talking about a perfectly aged sweater here, only worn 8 times. Again, that's a great time to get maximum value out of a deal. I'm not going to have you overpay for a sweater that was only worn 1 to 7 times. 8 times, that's just about where the deal starts kicking in. The seller also lets us know it has 2 pockets, it's been made by their mother, and that she needed a lot of sweaters. She used to sell sweaters at Ram Walls. It's no longer in business, but if you went in there and you've seen some sweaters hanging on the wall for sale, most likely they were made by my mother or some other woman. Once I was looking at that sweater, I was already in the clothing section. That's where I came across a sale I wanted to highlight for this week's Seller's Market. So that's where I found this deal for crochet hats. Because I love these hats, okay? I love that they're fun. I love that they're fashionable. I love that they infringe on copyright. I love all these things. So I said, let's get down there and figure out who's selling these hats. Let's check that out. We're here in beautiful Transcona. Folks, if you're like me, you think Transcona, you think fashion, you think fun. I found a great seller with a great fashion deal. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is David, and I like to crochet party hats out of cans.
Well, David, let's not sell yourself short. I mean, these aren't just party hats. These are art. Would you consider yourself an artist?
No.
No.
This hat idea just came to me because it was back when I was a kid wearing them. Not beer ones, but pop can ones. Basically started when it was quiet during COVID.
Some people are making sourdough. You're picking up the hooks. You're making money. Margins on hats way higher than margin on bread.
True.
You posted online. How long did it take for that first hit? How long till you got that first sale?
Probably a couple days.
Okay.
Somebody saw them right away.
That's not bad. I've had stuff sitting online for years. I'm still going to make those sales, but I mean, when you sell something in a couple days, that's a big win.
And then the orders started coming.
Then the orders started coming. Oh, I love it. Tell me about repeat customers.
No, there's a lot of difference. I only have one repeat customer, really.
Okay. So far.
So far.
Yeah.
But I don't like to get ahead of myself neither.
No, that's smart business.
So
let's worry about the
as I
hat in hand,
can.
not the hats in the bush. That's a classic sales expression. So tell me, what's your number one SKU? What's our best seller here today?
Twisted tees.
Twisted tees. Okay, not a surprise. Who doesn't love to get twisted, right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Most of the time, sell in summer. I've sold about 40 hats.
40 hats is pretty good for one season. How long does it take you to make a hat?
Start to finish, usually about 4 hours.
Okay, 4 hours per hat. And how much are we selling each hat for?
$15 a hat.
And what do you think is the future of the party hat empire? How big could we take this? Do you think you could just be, full-time hat guy?
Not full time. Look after the kids. Don't have a lot of time.
What if we get the kids crocheting?
Oh, no thanks. I'm not teaching them to do
We're not interested in a crochet sweatshop. Okay.
Just something to do casually.
And again, I think we're being too limited when we think it's just a summer thing or it's just a party thing. Like, let's say I'm going to a funeral. Do we have anything a bit more somber?
Yep, black one, black and gray.
Classic. Yeah, this feels like I'm having fun, but I'm being respectful. This would go with the tux.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll go with the tux.
We've just opened up a whole new market. Okay. Any other holiday events or looks you got in the...
Could possibly do a St. Patrick's Day with the green and gold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dave, kiss me, I'm Irish, right? Right now, you've told me the price is $15. I think that's an absolute steal of a deal. I like to buy hats for my whole crew. I have $60 on me right now. I'm looking for 4 hats. Do we have a deal?
I'll go for 50.
What, Dave?
Both buying.
Oh, man, you're too nice guy. Again, these are the sorts of people you only meet on. Try going into a big box, heartless retail store offering to buy 4 hats and getting less than sticker price. That only happens online. Dave, that's a big deal. Thank you so much. Hats
You're
for
welcome.
the crew. Wow. Another heartwarming story of sales. You know, folks, sometimes I almost look back at all the sacrifices I've made for this show, my family, my romantic life, and I think, have I done too much? But then I say, hey, got this fun hat. Folks, I'm all sold out. We'll see you next week for more hot deals.